Hey, Mr. Tahari, this is Pooria. I don't know if you happen to remember me. We met a couple of times in the Iran Institute around 2 years ago. Back in, back when I was doing a teacher training course with Mr. Madadi. And we happened to, meet a couple of times. And I even attended one of your CAE courses as a guest. And the thing is, I wanted to get in touch with Mr. Madadi, but I didn't really have any contact information from him. I didn't have his phone number or anything. I just found your profile in LinkedIn, but LinkedIn happens to not to be that much of a convenient platform for me. I mean, I personally prefer Skype or, I don't know, Facebook, Telegram, or any other social network, but LinkedIn happens not to be that okay. And the reason why I'm actually sending you this video message is I want your advice on a professional matter. As you know, I did a teacher training course in Iran, and I happen to be one of Mr. Madadi's good students. I mean, both from, both my general English and my teaching skills were okay, but I resided in Carriage, and the branch which, happened to, the Carriage branch happened not to be recruiting any new teachers. For that reason, I didn't get a job with them, so I went to other institutions. I taught in 2 different institutions, and I've only taught for around 300 hours. But I've taught different books like American English File, Top Notch, the Top Notch series, a book for, young learners called Connect, also Family and Friends, some side books like Strategic Reading and, Tactics for Listening. I mean, I don't remember if it was actually called Tactics for Listening. It was some book on listening skills. I do have some experience, and, whenever they observe my class, they say, you are a natural teacher, you have a lot of talent, and when someone observed my class and said, it's as if you already possess a SOTA degree. I mean, that is thanks to Mr. Madadi. He happened to be a wonderful teacher. But, the thing is, there aren't that many classes held in an area like Karaj. For that reason, I'm thinking of moving to Tehran. I know, financially, institutions don't pay their teachers that much money. I have been a victim of that. The very first institution I worked in, they didn't pay a good portion of my salary, and the remaining part they paid it after 2 months. Yeah. So, institutions do not happen to treat their teachers well when it comes to, paying them. You, of all people, should know better. I mean, you have more experience as a teacher compared to me, so I shouldn't really be telling you these stuff. You already know all of these, stuff. But aside from that, I'm really thinking of moving to Tehran and, teaching there, because the majority of the classes are held in Tehran. So, professionally, I think it's actually going to be a better step. I know that I do have to cover a great distance in order to get to the institution, but that is something I'm willing to do. But here's the thing. I don't really know to what institution to go to. I mean, there is this institution that holds, IELTS preparation. I mean, IELTS teacher training courses. It's called Offering-ish. I don't know if you happen to heard of them, but I know, their tuition fee is around 800,000 a month. I know it's a great sum of money, but here's the thing. I did a teacher training course with Iran, and I didn't get a job. But I learned a lot of stuff concerning teaching. I mean, I had a great teacher. I had a great tutor, Mr. Madadi, who taught me a lot of tricks as far as, teaching is concerned. So even though I didn't get a job with Iran, specifically with Iran, I went to other institutions and applied the same skills to, in both other institutions. I did, make subtle changes to, my technique, but overall, I would say the experience was a rewarding one. So, regardless of if they give me a class or not, I mean, I'm sure I can learn a lot of stuff from, taking such a course. But, offering is just only one institution. I really don't know any good institutions in Tehran. I know there are numerous institutions where that is the reason why I'm actually going to you. I mean, why I'm asking, stuff from you, because you've been teaching in Tehran for a long time. I know you can help me out. So this is what I want. I don't know if there are, institutions with such characteristics, but, I want to teach in a place where, the whole, director of studies and, the staff could help the teachers improve professionally. Like, as far as teaching skills is concerned, like, the other institutions I've worked in, they really never contributed to, the general knowledge of a teacher. I mean, they never had, workshops, or the supervisor was never for me whenever I wanted some, technical advice on teaching skills and techniques. I would love to work in such an institution. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's, part-time or full-time. I'm not really that obsessed with, how many hours I teach. But the thing is, I want to teach in a place which has a professional atmosphere. And I would really appreciate it if you could help me out with such a thing, because as far as teaching in Tehran is concerned, I have no experience. I do have experience teaching, in my, local area, from, beginners to, intermediate students. I believe I can teach exam preparation classes. I don't have any experience doing such a thing, but I really know I have what it takes in order to teach such classes, because, the number one quality a teacher must have in order to teach such classes is proficiency, and my proficiency level is good. At least I'm satisfied with it. I know you personally suggested that my skills, my proficiency level happen to be at a good level. And I'm actually thinking of, taking, studying for a course, the CPE test. I know years ago I actually wanted to do it, but ever since I started teaching, I mean, I got a great deal tired, and I wasn't able to, focus on, my general English. But now that I'm not teaching at the present, it's a good time for me to sort of, prepare for such exams, and I know I can easily handle them. I mean, they're not really that hard for me. I mean, I do have a good background in English, but aside from that, enough about me. I just want to thank you. I mean, if you feel like we could connect via Skype or, another, application, and we could, talk, with each other, in English, because I don't have that many people to, converse in English too. I mean, I really love having, friends with who I could actually spend some time speaking to in English. And if you feel like it and you happen to have the time, we could, become friends and, and chat from time to time. And aside from that, if you could help me out with, with my problem, it'll be wonderful. Well, that's just it. Thanks for your time, and bye.